What's going on? It's Magic Mitch here, your favorite food adventurer, bringing you another video. And I gotta tell you, it's a goodie because in this video, not only am I taking on a stacked Euro challenge, but it'll also be the first time that I am featuring the one and only Stephanie Wu, and I'll also be explaining just why in the heck we're wearing these blue latex gloves. But first, let me properly introduce you to the lady eating next to me, and her name is Stephanie Wu, and she is a formidable food fighter who has loads of food challenge wins and some pretty respectable food fighting feats, if I don't say so myself. The one that comes to my mind is I believe she set the record for most 24-ounce milkshakes at Crown Candy in St. Louis, Missouri, where she just hammered down like 9 of those monsters in just under the 30-minute time limit. All I can say is, Jesus, that's a lot of milkshake. And also, I gotta be honest, every time I hear her name, I have to restrain myself just a little bit because it makes me want to say Wu-Tang. And if you've seen the Chappelle Show, you know what I'm talking about. Or even just yelling like the nature boy, Ric Flair, from the good old days of WWF wrestling. Woo! But anyways, Stephanie, woo! And I are at Coliseum Sports Bar Grill in Fond Du Lac, Wisconsin, taking on their Coliseum Gyro challenge. Now this challenge, you have to eat a stacked gyro consisting of about 2 pounds of gyro meat, 5 pitas, and some tzatziki sauce, all within 40 minutes. And if you can complete this gyro challenge, you get the meal for free, you get a t-shirt, and your picture up on their wall of fame. But if you fail and fall victim to this beast, you have to fork over 25 bucks. Something else I want to mention is that I am going for the record on this challenge, which was around 15 minutes. And I'm just going to say this, I'm not much of an ego eater, and I generally don't care about setting records. But if it's within reason, like in this case, then I'll sometimes choose to go for that additional side quest. But more importantly, let's talk about that fashionable attire I'm sporting with these blue latex gloves. And I'm sure you're wondering, Mitch, what's going on here, buddy? First of all, you started wearing various food challenge socks, which if you didn't know, that's something I've done for most of my food fighting career. But then you started wearing candy bracelets, necklaces, and even candy rings. And now you're wearing gloves too? Well, actually, they're a trademark of Stephanie's, and I've seen her equip these blue latex gloves during most of her food challenges, so I thought I would join her by wearing the gloves just to get a feel of what it's like to wear these during this Euro challenge. But here's the thing, this was not an ideal challenge to make my glove wearing debut. And when I say ideal, I mean probably one of the worst in terms of cleanliness. Because I was getting all kinds of tzatziki sauce all over my glass cups, which made things a little bit more messy than I'd hoped. So when it comes to this Euro challenge, for the setup, I'm giving this one a thumbs up, but I'm adding a bit of an asterisk next to it because if I remember correct, I think drinks after the first one aren't part of the challenge and cost extra, which isn't a big deal, but it's one of those things for me where it's like, come on, it's not like I'm ordering a whiskey and Coke with my challenge. Well, because first of all, be Diet Coke. Second of all, using mixed drinks with any food challenge just sounds awful. It's like one of those things where even if you beat the challenge, you're still gonna lose later. And for the taste, I'm also giving this one a thumbs up, though I will say it did cool off a little bit just with all the photos and getting ready for the challenge, which really isn't that big of a deal. Just made it a little bit harder to eat, especially since I was going for that record. But I'll also put this out there. If you're a more hardcore Euro enthusiast, I could see you being a little bit more critical, but for myself, as someone who has this maybe 2 or 3 times a year, I really enjoyed it, and really, even with making a bit of a mess, overall, I had a lot of fun with this food adventure. Eating some good food, with some good company, at a place with a great atmosphere. And you know what? I'm good with that. And if you are too, and you're enjoying your time watching both myself and Stephanie, woo! chowing down on these giant Euros, I'd appreciate it if you took a few seconds out of your day to leave a little magic of your own by liking the video and leaving a question or comment down below. And if you want to see more videos like this one, then be sure to subscribe, like, or follow wherever you're watching this video from. And I'll see you in the next food adventure. Okay. Woo! This is why they probably don't know the record. Is because we got this egg timer here.